Have you ever wondered who is the strongest and who is the weakest Hokage? That the Hokage are the strongest ninja of each generation that everyone knows. But what we really want to know is the ranking of the Hokage, and that is what you're gonna see now. I want to see if you can guess the positions of this list. Come with me to check the ranking of the Hokages in Naruto and Boruto, from the weakest to the strongest. Welcome to Nerdficando. In every generation, there are those ninjas that stand out from everyone else, both in power and intelligence. And they're always chosen to be the leaders of Konoha. But a doubt that many have is who is the strongest and who is the weakest. And today, I will analyze each Hokage and rank them by their power level. However, before I begin, I have to establish some criteria. I will only consider the period in which each one was Hokage. Powers that the characters got before or after do not make this list. But something that will definitely get on your list will be Nerdficando. Here, everyone works day and night to satisfy you, dear otaku. So subscribe to the channel with the bell activated so you don't miss any news. 7. Kakashi. Yes folks, unfortunately, Kakashi is the weakest Hokage, and there are a few reasons. First of all, he lost his Sharingan during the 4th war, thus losing his most powerful jutsu, and also because we don't know much about the period he was Hokage. Besides, he was Hokage in the most peaceful time. But those who think Kakashi became weak are wrong. Even with his Sharingan, he can still use all the 1000 jutsu he copied. He even has a jutsu of all the transformations of nature. He's one of the few ninjas that can use all 5 elements. And although he lost the Chidori, he managed to create an even stronger jutsu, the Purple Ray. And let's not forget that he dominates the Rasengan and can open the first gate. And because he doesn't have the Sharingan anymore, Kakashi has much more chakra, because before, most of his chakra was consumed by the Sharingan. But it's undeniable that compared to other Hokages, he doesn't have as much destructive power. But of course, if we were to consider Kakashi with Obito's Susanoo, he would be in a much higher position. People, please comment if you agree with this list or not. 6. Tsunade. In 6th place, we have Tsunade. Of all the Hokages, Tsunade has the greatest physical strength. Her strength is simply absurd. She had the incredible feat of breaking Madara's Susanoo with a kick so strong that she threw Madara together with his Susanoo away. Not to mention that with her special jutsu, the jutsu of 1000 cures, she can attack her enemies and regenerate herself without using hand seals. And let's face it, that is not for everyone. And besides, Tsunade has the ability to protect an entire village, even in a large-scale attack, as in Pain's invasion of Konoha, where the citizens only stayed alive thanks to her. However, compared to other Hokage, she doesn't have that many resources. All the other Hokage that will come next have a lot of destructive power. But against Kakashi, she would win easily, with Tsunade using her absurd strength and still regenerating without hand seals. Kakashi would simply have no reaction. 5. Hiruzen. In 5th place, we have the toughest old man in Konoha, Hiruzen. After Hashirama, he was the only one to win the title of God of the Shinobi, and it was not for nothing. Hiruzen managed to master all the transformations of nature on the basis of training. How many ninjas had this feat? Not many, right? He could use jutsu of any element, and it was already mentioned in the book that he was a wise man who mastered several jutsu. He died using one of the strongest sealing jutsu of all works. Not to mention that Hiruzen's summoning was so strong that when he transformed into a staff, it had enough strength to throw Kurama away. And even though he was old, Hiruzen had very great agility. However, even though he was said to be very strong, we never saw his peak. Only him old in classic Naruto, and when he was revived as Ero Tensei. He was clearly the weakest Hokage there, but compared to the previous Hokage, he shows to be much stronger, even being old. 4. Tobirama. Now it is time to talk about the Uchiha's Dread, and also the Hokage who invented the most forbidden jutsu. Of all the Hokages, Tobirama is by far the most intelligent. He was responsible for creating very famous jutsu like the Shadow Clones, Hiraishin no Jutsu, and Edo Tensei. Using Hiraishin, Tobirama can teleport to any place that has his seal. With this jutsu, Tobirama was able to kill Madara's brother. Not to mention that he has a huge chakra reserve because he's from the Senju clan. When he was revived, his chakra force alone was already able to break the Uzumaki clan temple. Thinking that it's over? Wrong. Tobirama still has a jutsu called Converging Explosions that, when each explosive paper is activated, releases thousands of other papers, which are invoked, creating a colossal explosion. However, Tobirama's most famous jutsu are used better by other ninjas. The Shadow Clones jutsu is Naruto's trademark. Hiraishin is an ability that Minato used much better than Tobirama, as he himself admitted, and Edo Tensei we never saw Tobirama use. 3. Minato. In third place, we have Minato Namikaze. And yes folks, he outclassed Tobirama, and I will prove it. For starters, both have Hiraishin as their main skill, and Tobirama himself has already admitted that Minato uses Hiraishin better than him. And besides, Minato has mastered Jutsu that can literally teleport, even a Kurama Bijudama away. So hardly any of Tobirama's destructive power would be effective. And guys, it was with Hiraishin that Minato became known as the fastest regenerating ninja. This jutsu was already strong, but Minato raised it to another level. And it's not only Tobirama who creates jutsu. The 4th Hokage created the Rasengan, which he can increase its power using the Wise Mode or Hiraishin. And as if that's not enough, he still learned jutsu of ceilings from the Uzumaki clan. The strongest is the Reaper of Death. However, even though Minato has the Sage Mode, he hasn't mastered this jutsu completely, unlike the Hokage that will come next. And the Rasengan was perfected by Naruto, but he is very strong. In his time, the ninja were allowed to run away if they saw him. But get ready, because the power level is about to change totally. 2. Hashirama. Now, it is time to talk about him, the god of the shinobi, Hashirama Senju. If there is one ninja who is synonym of power, it is him. Hashirama had such incredible natural abilities that he could regenerate himself from any attack without using hand seals. His body is so incredible that it is still being studied to this day. But without a doubt, it was with wood style that Hashirama became world feared. With wood style, he could create a dragon with the ability to absorb chakra. He could create a humanoid so strong that it could rival even Madara's perfect Susanoo. And if that wasn't enough, Hashirama could even summon a giant forest that could release a pollen with the ability to dominate its opponents. Do you see why he was the god of the shinobi? Because he still has more tricks up his sleeve. When Hashirama uses the wisdom mode, he gains the ability to create a statue bigger than Kurama, which has 1,000 hands. With this jutsu, Hashirama blew Madara and Kurama away together, and he still has more power. But he is not the strongest Hokage, and I will prove that right now. Number 1. Naruto. First of all, we have him, the most clueless, empty-headed ninja in Konoha, Naruto. He, over all these years, has reached an absurd level of power. He has mastered several Rasengan, several Rasen Shuriken, several Kurama modes, and even Rikodo mode. Using the lava-style Rasen Shuriken, Naruto was able to cut the divine tree in half. Just using the Biju transformation, Naruto beats most of the characters. But when he uses the Rikodo mode, he reaches such a high mental state that he becomes able to use all his powers in a better way, and also gains an understanding about everything. Not to mention that he still has the chakra of all the Bijus, and with it, he can make a Rasen Shuriken with the chakra of each Bijus. These are until today one of the most destructive jutsus of all worlds. And when it comes to stamina, Naruto is not weak. Being a member of the Uzumaki clan, he already has a resistance and regeneration above average. But with Kurama's power, Naruto reached such a great level that he also started to regenerate without more seals. And in Taijutsu, Naruto is excellent too, because he has mastered the Sage mode. and the frog fighting style. But with all that, did Naruto really surpass Hashirama? Yes. Naruto's destructive powers are much greater. The Biju's Rasen Shuriken have an absurd destruction, and Naruto still has Kurama's avatar, with 3 heads and 6 arms. And Naruto's Rasen Shuriken, in this mode, when it collided with Indra's arrow, caused such destruction it could be felt in another country, not to mention the devastation it causes. Not even Hashirama's statue of 1,000 real hands could handle all that destructive power. Visibly, Naruto surpasses Hashirama's destructive power, and remembering the power Naruto used in his final fight against Sasuke could still be used in Boruto. And even in speed, Naruto surpasses Hashirama, because Naruto is the fastest ninja in history. The Hokage. You are the strongest ninja, and you're the ones responsible for making all of this possible. And I will still bring a lot of content to you. Your support motivates me too much. So, make sure to subscribe with your notifications on. 2 videos are playing on the screen. Watch them both. I guarantee you will enjoy them very, very much. And see you in the next video.